Hello, Tim here from the Music Cell. I know a couple weeks ago I said I wouldn't be making videos too much, but at the time I knew I was going to try making this one because try making one today because it was 3 years ago today that I started this channel. I know I had made a couple of videos a couple days before this for the vinyl community, but I had done some playing around with that channel and I screwed up and I couldn't log on into my channel, so I had created this channel, and I had the videos that I had on there still saved on my hard drive, so I copied them into this channel, and then I've had this channel going ever since, and I had found out about it a few months before that, where my friend Paul, Cycle DJ 67, had sent me an email or PM'd me with a link to a video by Pudsey showing some of his collection, and I watched it, and I saw some of the suggestions on the side for other people's collections, and also looked at some of his subscriptions, and it just kept going from there, and I was just addicted watching those videos, and I was thinking, boy, I'd like to do something like that, and I got a gift card for Christmas for Walmart, and I used it for getting an inexpensive webcam, and was going to start doing a video a few weeks before I actually did, but just before that, uncle of mine of around 9 years older than me had died, and this uncle was very influential on me when I was younger at getting me really into music and into liking to listen to music, and so I was just down for a while before I starting to make the videos, but once I started making my videos, I was hooked on it, and after I got into making my videos, people started subscribing slowly but surely, and I was subscribing to other people's videos, and I started making friends in the vinyl community, and it was a few months later that made where I joined the vinyl community's Facebook page. It was right around when they got to the 300 member point, and so I joined it early on, but one thing I had noticed was there were a lot of people that would put us down, and other people down when we talk about getting our music at thrift. When we talk about at times when we'd get our music at thrift stores or in dollar bins and stuff. So towards the end of October that year, I had started the group Thrifty Music Collectors, and I also made it so I could post cassettes and CDs, because that would a lot of people put you down if you posted that in the vinyl community's Facebook page. I wanted to make it open to all those mediums in the group, and there were only 3 of us when I first started up my group, and around Thanksgiving is when it really started taking off, my group, and really started taking off just recently, but that's another story. But but a lot of people will say, newer people in the vinyl communities have Facebook page. I'll say, think about that. I just started joined the VC Facebook page this past year. Well, I went on hiatus for around a year or so because I went on hiatus around May of 2013 until around May of 2014. It's just about that around that time period. And well, to get back to it, I'm trying to keep this video short. I'll just mention some of the people I've gotten to be friends with, or some of the people's videos that I like on here. That there are so many that I do. I'm just naming some of them here, like a real good friend of mine that I've already mentioned, my good friend Paul, Cycle DJ 67, another good friend of mine that lives right over near me, that Jim and I have gone on digs together, that Steve, AMC Rebel fan, and a lot of these others I just talk to online or watch, or I enjoy their videos, like LJ Biosite 1 or Chris Dixieland Farm. Him and I talk quite often, or Shannon Dr. Dell, one a Canadian, and another Canadian, Mark Dr. Deadwicks. Can't forget the two doctors. Then there's Bo Earhead 6, the real good guy from the Pacific Northwest, a big Seahawks and Mariners fan who's really into 60s garage and psych. And a younger guy that's I'm really impressed with is and a Canadian, Liam Dyer. He likes his 50s music, and he's a big Kiss fan. Sorry with my notes here, because otherwise I'd forget these. And another guy that I'm really impressed with, Matt Sands. Him and I talk quite a bit. He's really into 60s garage and psych, and he has a radio show on a college station here in Illinois, and they broadcast it on online. Also, and they podcast it. Just look up on Facebook the Psychedelic Experience. He has a page for it too on there, and that's at least 2 hours every Thursday night. Also, and I'm giving their YouTube channel names. If it's not their name, I'm including that on these. There's also Michael Dell, another good friend of mine that I talk to quite a bit online. Marty, Mr. Platypus 9. Another younger person I'm impressed with. She's really into the 60s and also like 70s music. She talks about a lot. That's Paige Martin, and she's already gotten over 1,000 subscribers. Another guy from that recently started making videos, and he's around 30 miles from where I live, is that recently started making videos is Richard Highbarger Jr. I recently started talking with him on through YouTube and stuff. Another friend of mine that I talk with is Steve Record Teeb. Another one that I've gotten to be friends with online is Rick Barnes. And of course, I cannot let this video go without mentioning Robert Z. I always enjoy your videos, Robert. And another newer member that's a real good guy, and he has some interesting stuff. Another guy from Canada, that's Jeff. His YouTube channel is Speaker, Speeker, and a guy that hasn't made videos for a while, and he hasn't been on Facebook as much. That's Timothy Henderson, and of course Trish Mullins, DJ Trish, and Zach, Zeke the Vinyl Geek, and Vance Zep Pearl. And then there's one more person I'm going to mention here, because I was watching his video for his 1,500 subscriber contest, and I like something he said there. Nobody likes to participate in threads anymore in the vinyl community. I can't understand why. Why do you think you have to try winning a prize in order to participate or to make a video on a particular subject? 2.5 years ago, we did not need to be enticed by a prize in order to make a video on a particular subject. I'm going to try getting people to participate in a thread here. I've always been trying to get people to rediscover their collections. I had pulled some albums from my collection that I'm going to be spinning today. Stuff that I haven't listened to for over 6 months. I'd like people to pull some albums that they haven't listened to in their collections for over 6 months. And I want you to skip over the stuff like from the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or Genesis, David Bowie, or even Van Halen, or Led Zeppelin. Don't want to see the ones that everybody shows on like the Facebook page, or Pink Floyd. Not those real, the ones that you see everybody shows on their videos and the Facebook pages. It could be the ones that were popular at the time, but not the ones that everybody are showing right now on. I want you to be yourself, not the ones because everybody else is showing it in the vinyl community. Be yourself. Show stuff from your collection that you haven't listened to for at least 6 months. I have pulled 10 albums from my collection that I haven't listened to for over 6 months. Some of these are groups that were popular at the time. So some of them you see a little bit in the vinyl community at times, but they're not. And they're not the ones that you see all the time there. And all these I've had even before I started making my videos. First up, Gordon Lightfoot Gold. Yes, this is a compilation. It's a 2-album compilation. It's from '74. It has some hits before then, and other material he wrote for it that were hits for other artists also. And this is on Reprise Records from '74. And yes, Next up is Climax Blues Band, Sense of Direction. This is from 74 on Sire Records. Okay, this next one, people have shown in some of their videos. This one, I had first bought back in the 70s. I didn't know anything about it at the time. This is Quad 2, their debut album. This was a blind buy at that time. This is from, I think it's 74 or 75. And also, Miko, let this be like a thread for your, instead of contest entry for you. This is it. I'll show you the artwork on the back. You see a planet and it has a band name in there if you can see it in the middle of the planet. And next up, okay, here's one of the more common groups. This is Chicago 8. This is one of the first records I bought. My best friend and I went and had this is from 74 on Columbia. My best friend and I both had detasseled corn together that summer, and after we got paid, we had both went to the local Target store, and that was like around a half-mile from our houses. We walked down there, and we both went and bought this album. And we've always liked it since then. This is that copy that we bought back, that I bought back then. Next up, the Bob Seger System, Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. Yes, this is from the 60s. I'm not sure whether it's OG or not. It is a Capital Rainbow label. And this, I'll show the artwork on here too. I don't know who it was that made a comment on Miko. I can't remember who it was that made a comment on Miko that the artwork on that there's not much artwork on 60s on the back cover of 60s albums. I beg to differ. I like this artwork on this one. I think this is sort of cool, this artwork here. Okay, Tommy Shaw, What If? This is, of course, solo album by the Tommy Shaw Sticks on A&M. This is from 85, and this has a Remos theme, which title is taken from on this album. That's from the movie Remo Williams, if you remember that movie from back in the 80s. Okay, okay, making sure of the year of this. From 79 on Warner Brothers. This is Manfred Mann's Earth Band, Angel Station. Okay, from 1981, this is Dave Edmunds, Twangin'. And like on here, he has more of a rockabilly sound to it, and on here he does some stuff with Stray Cats also. From 1985, Slade, Rogues Gallery. And the last one from 1984 on Epic or Full Moon. This is Dan Fogelberg, Windows and Walls. Oh, this video's longer than I planned on. My health still isn't doing the greatest. This past week I've had a lot of problems. I'd like to thank everybody for their comments from my last video. I still am having a lot of problems. It's been a rough week this past week, and thank you for all of your comments, and don't know when I'll see you make my next video, but keep making your videos. I enjoy watching them, and hope to see you people making videos like a threat. I wouldn't mind having a thread to do this, not what I said towards the end here, showing albums, showing albums that you haven't listened to for at least 6 months. Alright, bye.